Here in the 2025 Concacaf Women's Under 20 qualifiers from Estadio Olímpico Felix Sanchez. It's Puerto Rico against the U.S. Virgin Islands. This group being hosted here in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. It is one of a few groups of teams who are competing to get into the main draw of the 2025 Women's Under 20 Championship. A look at the weather here, 80 degrees, chance of rain as the day goes along. Here in this qualifying competition, you have teams lined up in Group B: U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, El Salvador, and Honduras, all rounding out this group. 6 groups of 4 teams here in qualifying. The winners of the 6 groups will all move on to the main draw of the Women's Under 20 Championship, where they will meet the United States and Mexico, who already have a bye directly into that tournament as the top 2 seeded teams in CONCACAF. Competition taking place later this year in May. Puerto Rico hoping to find more success again in this tournament, success they've had before, but it's newfound success for Puerto Rico. In the early years of this tournament, they've never found the ability to qualify. It's only the last 3 instances of this tournament where they were able to qualify after missing the first 9. Puerto Rico made it all the way to the semifinal in 2022, where they finished in 4th place. The U.S. Virgin Islands have never qualified for the main draw of this tournament, looking to make a little history here. It's going to be tough sledding as the lowest ranked team in this group. The U.S. Virgin Islands ranked 34th in CONCACAF, Puerto Rico ranked 7th. And as you'll see today, there's a big advantage for Puerto Rico just in terms of personnel. They'll have a full roster. On the other side, U.S. Virgin Islands only have 2 outfield players available for substitution. So it is an uphill battle for the U.S. Virgin Islands, trying to make a little bit of noise for Puerto Rico. In a situation like this, the question is, how many can they put in? Not only looking to win, but win by a lot if possible, to bump up that goal differential, where again, only the top team in each group goes through. And a very difficult group this one is in terms of the draw and the rankings, in with El Salvador ranked 9th and Honduras ranked 15th. You could argue that this is the strongest and most up for grabs of the 6 groups here in this competition. We'll have the player walkouts, anthems, lineups, and kick in just a moment. Ready to meet the lineups for both Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands as the teams greet at midfield. They're ready to get things going on a warm day in Santo Domingo. Action taking place here today in Group B, where again, only the winners of the 6 groups here in qualifying will take place over the next 5 days. Will make it through to the main draw of the tournament. And here is the 11 for Puerto Rico. It's loaded with professional and collegiate talent in the United States. Maria Tapia, the number 10 in the midfield, playing professionally in the USL Super League for Carolina Ascent. Everything flows through her. And then just again, a ton of collegiate talent around her. Ashley McMahon on the wing, and then further up the field, Gemma Gillespie, 2 Division I college talents in the United States. Officials are led by Kadeen Foster of the Cayman Islands, Kimberly Barrios and Shamara Alvarez. Natalia Williams is your 4th official. Captains meeting for the coin toss. Marilia Nieves Melchor of Puerto Rico and Lita Frost of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Lita Frost, a collegiate athlete herself in the United States, plays for Georgia Southwestern State University. And a look at their starting 11. Everything up top through Miley Bendinelli. Angelina Quesada anchoring the back line alongside Lita Frost. You can expect to get further up the field. And again, notice just 3 total substitutions, only 2 outfield players for the U.S. Virgin Islands. So something they may have to contend with as this day goes along and fatigue may set in. Certainly not going to be easy for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Puerto Rico, a much higher ranked team. Anything can happen any given day. The expectation would be for Puerto Rico to dominate this game. The question is, how many goals could they put in? For them, the more the better, as they try to distance themselves goal differential-wise from the other top 2 teams in the group in El Salvador and Honduras. And we're underway here in the Dominican Republic. U.S. Virgin Islands right to left in the yellow, Puerto Rico left to right in the blue. Settling early into the possession. Bursting through the midfield now. Their first menacing attack, looking in behind. Here comes Puerto Rico, only a minute in to make it 1-0. Puerto Rico strikes in less than a minute. 51 seconds is all it took. Tapia splits it down the middle. And it's Peyton Quinones who gets the goal for Puerto Rico. Peyton Quinones actually was not listed as a starter for Puerto Rico, so must have been some last-minute scratch. We'll get that to you when we can. So how about that? Not even listed as a starter. Quinones ends up in the 11 as a last-second swap, and she scores 51 seconds into the match. And they go again to make it 2-0 already. Puerto Rico already up by 2. Again, just taking it right to the U.S. Virgin Islands down the middle of the field. Maria Tapia. Trying to be fair for the U.S. Virgin Islands. And you never know any given day, and that's the purpose of these qualifiers, to give these players an opportunity and the nations to improve. But it was very clear coming into this on paper who the heavy favorite would be. Puerto Rico, in the past, the semi-finalist in this tournament, the highest ranked team in this group, and they are gunning for more. Two goals in 3 minutes. Played in over the top and fumbled by the goalkeeper Osorio. Loose now. U.S. Virgin Islands looking to clear edge of the area. Blasted back in off the crossbar. And they can catch their breath now on a goal kick. A rapid start for Puerto Rico in this one. Puerto Rico looking long again. Flag will stay down. Chance to make it 3 in the early going. Down the left side, and it's wrong side of the post. Olivia Bevilacqua had that effort. Puerto Rico on the prowl, served in. Through again, looking for Quiñones. Susanna Roberts working it back. Up to Bevilacqua. Olivia Bevilacqua has a go, and it's wide. Bevilacqua, another player in addition to Peyton Quiñones, who were not listed as starters for Puerto Rico, but ended up getting the nod. Still trying to sort through what may have been the cause for that. And it's also Susanna Roberts wearing the captain's armband instead of Maria Lea Nieves Melchor. So some changes for Puerto Rico at the last moment, but it hasn't stunted them in any way, scoring 2 goals in 3 minutes and one having 50 seconds into play. Bevilacqua. Puerto Rico wins it centrally. Around the back line. Space for Chima. Another one over the top for Puerto Rico. It gets in behind for Bevilacqua. Inside for Quiñones. Threading it through. At the end line, fed back in front by Arocho. Tapia took a deflection. And it will head out for the first corner of the day for Puerto Rico. Hate to see this, an early substitution for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Chelsea Hunt unable to continue. Olivia Crickelaire comes on. And it's significant because they only had 2 available outfield players, the U.S. Virgin Islands, on the bench, and already using one of them here. From the corner, dropped into the penalty spot, and saved by Osorio. Work to the end line by Arocho. Still Arocho. Cleared. It over the top for Bevilacqua. Effort from distance here, off the bar. Second time they hit the bar. Rebound loose still in front. And just missed out on Puerto Rico's Quiñones. The opportunity to put it home still. Quiñones, who scored 50 seconds in, almost has another. Brilliant save by Osorio. Floated in from the corner. Volleyed goalward and in. Puerto Rico off the set piece makes it 3-0 over the U.S. Virgin Islands. This time it's Maria Maldonado getting it done. Well taken by Maldonado to float that over. That the U.S. Virgin Islands have made it up the field here, but quickly given away. Heavy tackle put in. It'll be a free kick for Puerto Rico. A warning here for Lita Frost, captain of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Look out here, pressure again, Puerto Rico. Bevilacqua. Floated back in, Quinones. Quarter of an hour gone. Puerto Rico leads 3-0. Pressuring the goal kick. Able to win it at midfield. Offside flag comes up on Puerto Rico, who again are the 7th-ranked team at the U20 level, hoping to once again make it back into the U20 championship, where they've made 3 straight tournaments. Back in the 2023 edition of qualifying and the tournament itself, they dominated their qualifying group, finished a perfect 3-0-0 in their group to get into the main draw. They beat Trinidad and Tobago, Guadeloupe, and the Cayman Islands, but then ran into some trouble in the tournament itself in a group with Mexico, Costa Rica, and Dominican Republic. Lost all 3 of their matches, Puerto Rico. So disappointing finish, eliminated in the group stage after making it to the semifinal in the edition prior in 2022. They're going to find some of that success again with this crop of players. U.S. Virgin Islands, again, have never qualified for the main draw of this tournament. They withdrew from qualifying last time around in 2023. back. Ocho. Virgin Islands settling things down a little bit after that early barrage from Puerto Rico, who no doubt will be looking for more just to bump up that goal differential as much as they can as the day goes along. To head for Bevilacqua. Sneaks through almost for Quiñones. Right back on at Bevilacqua. Well, back for Tapia. Trying to find another entryway in. Scoop through, flag stayed down this time. And blasted over the bar by Quiñones. Switch over to Bevilacqua. Fed through. Puerto Rico looking for a fourth off the bar again. Third time they've hit the crossbar in this one. In addition to their 3 goals, they've been dominant in creating these chances. Tip of the shoulder there on that effort. And hitting the crossbar and the post. Bevilacqua. Can she keep it in? No. Not for a goal kick. Tapia. Looking long. Try from distance again. Goes wide again. set for the opening goal scorer, Quinones. Tapia closing in. Work back for Arocho, trying from distance. Some frustration is maybe starting to settle in here for Puerto Rico, and maybe fatigue as well in these hot temperatures. Starting to just let it fly from a distance, but maybe a hydration break here will help wake things up again. Cooling break here. 24-minute mark of this first half. Expect to have one as well in the second half in these temperatures. Puerto Rico came out of the gates with 3, including one in the first minute, scored by Quinones. Strong showing in the early going from one of the favorites here. The highest ranked team in this group. Here's where it happened. 50 seconds in, Quinones just striding ahead. Goalkeeper maybe could have come off her line. Osorio trying to cut off the angle or intercept. And then moments later, another one in the first 3 minutes. And later from a corner. Out of the cooling break. Puerto Rico and will be certainly looking for more if they can. They were perfect in qualifying last time around, 3-0-0. So maybe it's not quite on their minds thinking about goal differential, but certainly could become a factor. The more they can score for themselves, the better in the long term. A decided possession advantage in this one, Puerto Rico. Really in total control of the ball. Tapia. Possession here for Virgin Islands. Lita Frost guided out of play. Nearing the half-hour mark here in the Dominican Republic. 3-0 lead for Puerto Rico. First bit of action in Group B of the 2025 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Qualifiers. The tournament will take place in May. The United States and Mexico already seeded through as the top two teams in the rankings. Calling for it centrally, Susanna Robert instead of the right side. Space there for Chima. Chima. One back by Arocho. Angelina Arocho wins a corner. They scored on their last. Floated in by Arocho. Bodies all around. Blasted through, and it deflects out for another corner. And swinger, slapped down by Osorio. Kept in behind for Arocho. It is kept in play by Puerto Rico. Well done, good hustle. Right in front, Osorio has it. Quiñones. For Chima. Roberts fighting for it. Through by Gillespie. Lopez centering. Quinones the header. Coming around. Still loose. Settled now by Orocho. One back by Orocho. Still fighting. And dealt with by Virgin Islands defense. On the turn, over the bar. They've not been shy shooting from distance, but it hasn't quite come off for Puerto Rico. This time Bevilacqua. Settled. Quinones. Space in behind for Roberts. Susanna Roberts knocked away out for a corner. Good defensive play, sliding in by Angelina Quesada. Bevilacqua's corner. Deflects a couple of times on the way through. Out wide for Quinones inside now. Quinones nods it along, nothing there. Behind Quinones, flag comes up. She's been tiptoeing that line all day long. A couple of times it's led for free runs in behind. A couple of times she's been caught with the flag. Misplayed, ends up with Arocho. Arocho. Corner. Chima, 5 to play in this first half, had 3 goals. Oh, the early going for Puerto Rico. Sort of slowed down since. I wonder how much of a toll the weather might be playing again on both of these teams. Over 80 degrees, had that cooling break almost 15 minutes ago. Puerto Rico scored 2 of those goals in the first 3 minutes. They've had ample opportunity since then. Hit the crossbar 3 times. We've seen a couple of other opportunities. This one fed in again. Open now on the backside seat just like that. It's one that probably should have been a 4th. And a miscue on the back end. Chested down dangerously in the heart of the box. Ireland's clear. Nice turn and tight quarters down the sideline by Arocho. Feeds centrally. Something could be on here for Puerto Rico, looking for a 4th. Tapia had it blocked. In behind Quiñones. Centered. Loose at the spot. Bevilacqua gives it up for Quiñones. Pardon me, that's Arocho. Doing a lot of the good dirty work defensively after that poor start, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Fed in again by Chima. Oh, turning. Quiñones tried to just redirect it in one motion. Still loose though now. Go at goal, and it's put wide. Final minute of this first half. Still have a couple of minutes of stoppage time, at least because of the cooling break. See what the official word is momentarily. To the end line, contact there, and just out for a goal kick. Just 1 minute of stoppage time here at the end of this first half. Race for the ball, cleared. Could be the last play of this half here for Puerto Rico, looking for a fourth. Throw now for the U.S. Virgin Islands. That should bring us to the end of this first half once it's put back into play. And there is the whistle to end the first half. Puerto Rico jumped on the U.S. Virgin Islands early. 2 goals in 3 minutes, 3 in the first quarter hour, but they did not score beyond that. A 3-0 lead for Puerto Rico over the U.S. Virgin Islands. Just about set to get things going in the second half between Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Some substitutions here as well. Giselle Chinea coming on, as well as Rihanna Kern. The side already leading 3-0. Katsi Bengoa will enter as well, replacing Maria Tapia. 3 sets of fresh legs out there for Puerto Rico to begin this second half, after they sort of slowed things down late on in the first half after scoring 3 goals in the first 13 minutes. And we're underway in the second half. Puerto Rico right to left in the blue. U.S. Virgin Islands left to right in the yellow. Puerto Rico up 3-0 here in the opening match of Group B play in the 2025 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Qualifiers. Also brought on Aurelia Nieves Melchor for Peyton Quinones. So it turned out to be a bevy of changes at the break here for Puerto Rico. 4 changes in all at the break. Another one lumped in, loose in front, and 3 players had a chance at it. Scores all the way through the 6th. That's sort of what I was talking about in the first half, despite it being only 3-0, and I say only because there's been plenty of those chances like that for Puerto Rico to tack on, and they just have not capitalized. Behind, flag stays down. Chance here for Puerto Rico. Bodies in front. Missed by Bengoa. Flipped all the way across for Annalise Chima. Puerto Rico settling in to this second half. Dug out and won. And Nieves Melchor. Chima. It's been one-way traffic the whole day. The entirety of the match basically spent in the attacking half of Puerto Rico. Intercepted by Roberts and cleared out across midfield. Gives a brief respite to the Virgin Islands. right flank. Long run to get there. It'll be out for a goal kick. Offside flag comes up again on Puerto Rico. To the end line, fed back in front, loose on the turning for Puerto Rico, edge of the area again, and there's a fourth. It's been long awaited, and finally, Evangelina Arocho blasts one home. Two defenders charging, ended up splitting both and driving it into the top of the net. Nice move down the wing, looking for more, fed in front. Plenty of blue jerseys there waiting to pounce on it. Ball watching though in there. Flicked on with the back heel nicely by Puerto Rico. Aggressive, looking to play in behind. Nothing there. Go up. A lot of wasteful moments in the attacking third for Puerto Rico. Could that come back to haunt them when they take a step up in competition their next two games in this group against El Salvador and Honduras? And through for Bengoa. ends up leaking to the backside. Not the intended target, but almost worked out in the end anyway. From the corner, back post. Backed away. Still loose here for Puerto Rico. And a fifth. Rolled in for the second time today by Maldonado. Second time that Maldonado has got herself in position. Able to, off a loose ball after a corner, slot it home. A brace for Maldonado. One back by Puerto Rico, curling it. Here's Melchor. Chima split the difference between two potential targets and gave it away. To the end line, trickling through, cleared. Get back in front by Puerto Rico, starting to get better service in now and out for another corner as we tick toward the hour mark. From the corner, fumbled by Osorio. Had a chance to grab it, the goalkeeper, still loose now. Somebody looking for a hit at goal. Maldonado sitting on a hat trick. Lays it off. Chinea and gathered. Chima. Roberts. Hour gone, half hour remains. Puerto Rico now up 5-0. Subs on the way. It'll be Rihanna Kern entering, replacing Trishelle Lopez. And Bija Tyson coming on for Ashley McMahon, the last field player available for the U.S. Virgin Islands. And they were shorthanded today. Only 2 outfield players and a goalkeeper on the bench. To the end line, 3 players waiting for it, and out of play. Corner lofted in. U.S. Virgin Islands clear. Coming up at the 6 o'clock Eastern hour, it'll be the other 2 teams in this group, El Salvador and Honduras, battling it out. Another ball centered for Puerto Rico. U.S. Virgin Islands defending well in the middle of the box. Another corner conceded, though. Arocho takes. She scored the 4th for Puerto Rico. Arocho, second effort here. Better ball this time. Angola's header well off target. wobbling for Puerto Rico. Leandro Iriarte limping around in the middle of the field. In the end, Chinea couldn't keep it alive. It'll be interesting how aggressive Puerto Rico is here down the stretch. On a hot day, is the decision to preserve some of the fuel in the tanks or to go for more, or is 5 enough? We'll return in 2 days' time to take on Honduras, and then 2 days after that against El Salvador. 3 games over the span of 5 days. So you have to be judicious in the expenditures of your energy. Chima. Played along for Iriarte, drops the shoulder. Iriarte going for goal, but off target. And that'll send us to our cooling break here in the second half. Puerto Rico, another strong start to this half like they started the first half with a couple of goals. 5-0 in total command. Here's where that 4th goal came for Puerto Rico. On the blast from distance. Angelina Arocho, picture perfect strike. That made it 4. And then Malia Maldonado, loose ball off of a corner, made it 5. Minutes to play here in this one. Result is really felt in hand since the 13th minute when Puerto Rico made it 3-0. The highest ranked team in this group, Puerto Rico at number 7. El Salvador ranked 9th, Honduras 15th, and then this U.S. Virgin Islands team 34th. So this is the widest gulf in terms of rankings between 2 teams in this group possible. Puerto Rico making it seem that way as well. They have not faced a single shot from the U.S. Virgin Islands. The whole game has been played essentially in this attacking half. 20 minutes to go. Picked up in the middle by Frost. Looking for something here for the U.S. Virgin Islands to take out of this one. One more sub here for Puerto Rico. It'll be Aurora Gaines coming on, replacing Alondra Iriarte. Good hustle here, the fresh legs. Making an impact for Puerto Rico in this second half, and in front. And blasted by the substitute Gaines, but off target. See what Gaines can bring now. Everybody else having those fuel tanks depleted, and her just coming on fresh-legged. Roberts. Fed through by Gaines. Roberts. They've shown real good spurts defensively, the U.S. Virgin Islands, in this one. And it seems like Puerto Rico would be advancing and having their opportunities to tack on. They're withstanding those barrages time and again. Quarter of an hour remains Puerto Rico in search of more. Araujo gets it back into play. A really good game today. Work back to Araujo. Nice quick 1-2, just out of the reach of Roberts. Floated in for the back post. Contact there. Puerto Rico seem to want a penalty, but they'll get a corner out of it. Another corner for Puerto Rico. They've scored twice, not directly off corners today, but in the aftermath of loose balls that were just in the area and could not be cleared. From the corner, still loose in front. And out for another. From the corner, ends up on top of the netting. Another opportunity here off the giveaway for Puerto Rico to make it 6. Big save by Osorio. Another corner now. High arced corner, falls nicely for Chenea. Kern Works it back. Chima. To the end line. Puerto Rico looking for more. Chinea. Dumornay. Dumornay has not really had much to do today, the center back for Puerto Rico. At times he's been isolated as the lone center back, as they've just committed and flooded more numbers forward, not having to do much defending. It's Roberts now. Sent goalward off the bar. Did it go in? A glance over at the assistant referee, kept the flag down and did not start running up the line. She said it's good and stayed out. Almost another for Puerto Rico. Rihanna Kern. Let's see. It stayed out the whole time. Good bit of refereeing. That is the fourth crossbar that they've hit today. Located perfectly again in the middle for Puerto Rico. There's been so many of those balls put right into those dangerous areas, but they just couldn't do anything with it. Nice move by Chima at the end line. Blast off of Chima. Oh no, the referee will say corner. Virgin Islands thought they'd done enough to earn the goal kick. Seemed as they did. Bit of misfortune for them. Worked inside. Going for goal save by Osorio. Rihanna Kern's been doing a good job in the midfield ever since coming on as a sub, creating moments like that. all said and done here, Puerto Rico going to be happy with the day they've had. Well, they've left plenty of opportunities out there. Can they capitalize on this one? Gains. Another corner. Next up is El Salvador and Honduras. The other two teams here in Group B. Top team in each group will get through to the main draw of the tournament in May. The United States and Mexico already through as the two highest ranked teams in Concacaf. Told there will be 2 additional minutes at the end of this one. Similar trajectory in the second half as we saw in the first. A couple of early goals for Puerto Rico and then just cruising along the rest of the way. From the corner, flicked wide, sent back goalward off the post and in. A 6 for Puerto Rico. Their second half mirrors the first. 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half. On their way to a 6-0 victory over the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's 3 times they've scored on a loose ball in the aftermath of a corner. Done well to just stay with it. Each of those times, put something on goal, good things happen. Could be the last play here for Puerto Rico. Played through again, flag stays down. Looking for a 7th contact there. With a penalty, Puerto Rico. Won't get it. Have a second look. maybe unlucky not to receive it. It's always an interesting position there for a referee. You want to show the leniency of not granting a penalty in an already lopsided 6-0 game, but you also have to keep in mind that goal differential could be so vitally important in this group, where that goal could have meant a lot there for the penalty, on the penalty for Puerto Rico. Might they get it back here anyway? Saved by Osorio. And there is the final whistle, a thorough showing for Puerto Rico, taking it 6-0 over the U.S. Virgin Islands here in the first match of Group B play in the 2025 Concacaf Women's Under-20 Championship Qualifiers. A look at the full-time highlights of Puerto Rico's victory 6-0 over the U.S. Virgin Islands in the opening match of group play. The opening goal came a minute in here in this Group B clash. Peyton Quiñones streaking down the middle and slotting it home. And from that point on, it was all Puerto Rico establishing their dominance early. Third minute would come the second goal. Susanna Roberts wearing the captain's armband to start. Make it 2-0 just 3 minutes in. Just having a lot of success on those through balls in the spaces in behind Puerto Rico. Took a little longer for them to find their third. And by a little bit longer, I mean 10 minutes instead of just 2 minutes between goals 1 and 2. And that goal came here in the 13th minute. Loose ball off of the corner. Popped up over the top and in by Malia Maldonado. Got them into a position where they could really just put it in cruise control. Just a matter of what the final scoreline would be. Turned out 6-0. Pressing for opportunities still in the first half. Hit the crossbar 4 times total in this game. Then on to the second half where more of the goal scoring would come in the early going of the half. It started on this blast by Evangelina Arocho. Just rifles it. Nothing that the goalkeeper Osorio could do about it. That made it 4-0. And probably the prettiest of the goals that we saw throughout the day of their 6. At least the most well struck. the others really followed a similar theme. He had a couple of through balls. They excelled at those today. And then 3 total goals like this, where on a loose ball off of a corner, they were able to go ahead and slot it home. Again, it was Maldonado on this one. And their final goal would come off of a corner again. Giselle Chinea had a couple of opportunities denied by Osorio. This one, the 4th time that they hit the crossbar. They went down and out on the strike by Kern. Very close from still being over the line after hitting the crossbar. And then again, in the aftermath of a corner, ends up working its way to an open Puerto Rican attacker. So goalward, off the post and in. That would make it 6. And that's how it would stand for the day. Popped up over the top by Aurora Gaines, the substitute, making her time worthwhile. A 6-0 win for Puerto Rico. Look at the standings here in Group B after the first matchup. Puerto Rico on top. It's El Salvador and Honduras coming up about an hour from now here in the Dominican Republic.